Welcome to another edition of Nights with Ricky. I'm your host, Ricky Reeves. And on the screen right next to me is a very special guest. Been friends with him for almost 10 years, almost 10 years. And, we, go back and forth. We always have like a little bit of like rivalry, but it's all in fun and games. And I always appreciate her input and her support with everything that I've ever done. She's always been supportive of me and, just very talented herself. She has a lot of different things she's doing now. And I'd like to welcome Shalyn to the show. Welcome.
Hello.
So Shalyn, thank you for this is your first time here, and just tell us a little bit about your background. Where you grew up, and the things that you're doing right now. Let everybody know what you're doing.
So my name is Shalyn, and I am originally from New Jersey, but I live in North Carolina. I do a lot in entertainment. We do like events. I also work as a political consultant, so I like to stay busy.
Yes, yes, you do. Yes, you do. You do like to stay busy. And we had to schedule this because I had to fit into your schedule. But I'm so thankful and gracious that you was able to give me this time. So I definitely appreciate you. And there's a little fact not too many people know, but you were in a movie at one time in your life, right? A motion picture, major motion picture. Am I right?
Once upon a time,
Oh, okay. Could you, tell us a little bit about that? I think it's very interesting. It's like it was, especially in the type of movie it was.
well, I forgot that you even knew that. But I had, so, growing up, like I said, I was in the entertainment business. And so I did like acting and modeling as a child, but I played a small role in Coming to America. I was a very cute kid.
So you're the kid on the part when Eddie Murphy, when Prince of King
He's like,
comes
I
out.
have a date with Lisa. Isn't that wonderful? And then I look at him like he's crazy.
Yeah, that's a fun fact for everybody that's watching and everything. Yeah, she was in Coming to America, the little girl in it. So that. Hey, if you didn't know, now you know. She's right here on the screen. So that is a. I really like that. I really like seeing that, especially when I first found out about it. I had watched that part like two times in a row. Like like wow, that's really her. That's really
I
shallow.
look exactly the same.
Yeah, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. So yeah, if you check out Coming to America, because I was wondering why you didn't get in the second one, but we're not gonna worry about that because that movie was whack. The second one was whack, so we ain't
I'm
even
more
worried about
into behind the scenes stuff now. So I also worked on a project as a costume designer that was nominated for an Oscar in 2018 called My Nephew Emmitt.
that. Wow.
It was a story about the story of Emmitt Till told through the story through his uncle. People may probably didn't know, but that summer when Emmett Till was killed, he was actually visiting his uncle in Mississippi. He lived in Emmett Till came from Chicago, but he was with his uncle and his aunt that summer in Mississippi when he got killed. And so we were telling the story from the uncle's point of view, and we were nominated for an Oscar. So I like
Nice.
to do behind the scenes stuff now.
Okay. That is incredible being nominated for an Oscar. So congratulations to you on that. That's a big deal. That really is, and it means a lot. So definitely yeah, you got it going on. You know what you're doing, and things is gonna keep getting better for you. So I'm glad you gave that little introduction and everything. So the topic that we're gonna talk about tonight on Nights with Ricky is seeking approval, as you can see on the screen. But the real question is, why do good people seek the approval of talented yet evil people? So, with that question being said, how do you feel about that? Why do you think good people seek that validation from these type of individuals?
So when you say good people, what do you mean by good people?
I'm talking about, the everyday working man or woman, they're, working 9 to 5s, they might not have the talent as some of these people they see on TV or in sports or movies or anything like that. But they still are a key part of society. They still have a role to do for society. I mean, if you don't have construction workers, if you don't have trash men, who's going to do that? No one. It's just going to be left undone. But those people are still valuable. But yet these type of people, they seek people that are like talented yet evil. Like, for example, R. Kelly. I
Uh-huh.
mean, very talented person, but
Right.
as we're finding out, he's a very evil person at the
Very.
same time. So that's what I'm saying with that.
I mean, I think at people's core, they just want to be accepted and successful. And so, when they see someone in a position of power that maybe, has not had the best morals displayed, that they feel like, hey, if he can do it, I can do it too.
See, and I think that's where it can get really, really, a blur. It could get blurred, a blurred situation right there, because for instance, when usually a guy sees somebody selling drugs and he sees that he's got these nice cars and all this stuff, and
Hmm.
he's obtaining all the stuff at a fast pace too. And I like to always tell people, you know, that money's going to be cursed. He ain't going to have that stuff eventually. And
Right.
it always comes to pass where he ends up getting busted and then that stuff gets repossessed. The money gets repossessed. I mean, you just had fun for a little bit of time, but your soul is going to have to pay for this stuff. That's the whole big
Well,
issue.
a lot of people, don't really care about their mortality, or they feel like, oh, um, you know, you only have one life to live, and so people just, you know,
So
want to,
what you're saying is that people really think their soul isn't as valuable as it is.
yeah,
And so if they see an opportunity, they'll just take it, regardless of the
yeah. No,
repercussions
that's
that come
human
after.
nature.
Yeah,
That's human
see,
nature.
and I think that we really got to fix that. There's a certain amount of people that actually get it. They totally understand that concept of willing to just be patient. Have a lot of patience and wait your turn until it's your time. Because I believe you can still be successful, and it might not come at the time you wanted it to, but when it comes, you'll definitely appreciate it more because you knew how you got there and you did it the right way instead of the wrong way. Because I think when you do it the wrong way, you see a lot of these people on drugs. They end up lashing out, doing weird behavior. Okay, I'll give you an example. Kanye West is spending $1 million a day in a football stadium right now, recording an album.
Wow.
This is a man that has children. That's
Right.
not a lot of logic.
It's
It's
not
not.
very smart.
No, not at all. And to me, he done probably did some stuff to get to that point. I mean, because that's not normal behavior. And you're spending $1 million. You've been in there almost, I think, 7 or 8 days. That money could have went to all kind of stuff. Albeit, yeah, people be like, but it's his money. Still, I mean,
Unfortunately, when you get to that level of success, you kind of you kind of forget and lose touch with reality. So it's not really that surprising. It's unfortunate, um, but not really that surprising.
yeah. See, I think once you attain to that level, you're right. You're absolutely right. You just feel I could do anything, especially when it's just given to you.
Right.
You ain't got to work too hard for it. And I always look at anytime I get any little type of success, anything that goes good for me, I got to pay attention to the individuals that start coming around. I mean, if you start seeing a woman that didn't pay you no attention before, all of a sudden now she's interested in everything you got to say. That's not a good. That ain't not a woman with intentions for you. She's got other intentions to use you or do something, and it's vice versa for a woman too. A woman could get some success, and here comes a man that, wasn't about to talk to her before, but now he's very interested in what she's got going on.
Right.
So, and I always live by that phrase, being nice is really showing kindness with an agenda. I really believe in that phrase. It's like, yeah, she's being nice to you, but there's a reason she's being nice. He's being nice to you, but there's a reason he's being nice to you. Instead of being a genuine person, which is just you're just doing it just because without thinking about getting anything back or anything. And I think we're right now, I'm a little worried about humanity at this point, but we're gonna hit
Really?
rock bottom. We're
A
gonna hit rock
little.
bottom.
Humanity is shot.
Yeah, we shot right now. We running, we running shot. We ain't down yet, but we running with a bullet in our ass. So, you know, that's like we really have to really like work on that as a whole. I mean, a few people understand and a few people get it.
I mean, you can't really do anything as a whole. You can just make sure that every day you're the best version of yourself. Um, and it's easy to, not be super successful and talk about what you would do when you become successful. But, the reality is that, you do end up having to do a lot and sacrificing a lot, in order to become successful. So, none of us knows what we would do.
That's exactly
And that's
right.
not even like once you attain it, that's one thing. That's not even really the hard part. The hard part is keeping it. And so, sometimes you know, have to do things. I personally don't think that I could, but then again, I've never been presented with a situation where, millions of dollars was on the line. So,
Well, that is okay. If it is millions of dollars on the line, I mean, just I still.
well, I mean, that's all. Like you were talking about, like the R. Kelly situation. Like I'm actually more disgusted, not so much by R. Kelly because he's one man, but like he had a whole, entourage of people around him that allowed that to go on for years, for a dollar. So it was like, and they weren't making millions of dollars, maybe tens of thousands of dollars, but just to not say anything. I don't think that I could have done that, but I could see, how people, you know, would feel comfortable enough to just turn the other way because it's not happening to them or not happening to their child, but everyone just wants to be in the limelight for as long as they can. It's like it's always like a grab, a money grab.
Exactly. Like, those people that helped him maintain that, because remember, he can't read. So that's another thing. And that's yet another crazy thing. He's talented, but he can't read, but he's so good at what he does that's just insane in itself. But when he had these people helping him, these enablers, I mean, you like you said, they're getting a dollar, they're getting crumbs compared to what he was getting.
Right.
And he tried to say people stole his money and stuff later on, which that probably happened, but like none of that stuff they did, it was worth it in the end at all. And they can sit up here and say, whatever they want to say, but I guarantee when it's the end of their lifetime, they're gonna have to go through some stuff to answer. They're gonna have to answer a lot of questions. Like you said, when it ain't your problem, when it ain't you, it's easy to turn the other way, you know. So I totally agree with you on that. Like people like R. Kelly, like he's got these new rumors going around and stuff. And it's just insane to me that people still, even if okay, I'm gonna use another person. Derek Jackson. He tried to like project this image that, he was not like the dudes he was talking about that you had to avoid. Yet that was who he was. And he doesn't have the same powerful presence that he has once before, but he still has, a following. And it's just,
I think with him that he mostly had a mostly female base, and the fact that he like it came out that yeah he cheated, but it wasn't like a new cheating, it was old and the wife had already known, and he was honest about it. So I think that it was a bit more digestible, um, because he was transparent about it once it got publicized.
I mean, I can see that. And, but see, coming from like, when I first ever heard the dude's videos, I just said, first of all, he's in the car. He's recording in the car. Like, that's
Well,
a,
not everyone can have a fancy studio like you.
but he was in the car.
Well,
He
that's
was
another thing that made him relatable. And he always had the baby seat in the back, so he just seemed like a regular guy that was like getting ready to hop in the house or go into the gym, and so he was relatable.
right. Yes, and I've seen what he was projecting. It was working. And then, but then when he posted an STD test, his STD results, I said, first of all, what married man posts STD results, to, a wide, a big audience like that? I mean, you're pretty much telling me you're selling yourself like, hey, I am
I mean,
STD
that's what
free.
everyone is doing. Everyone is trying to sell themselves. And so that was like actually not terrible marketing plan, because, who has done that? I haven't seen anybody do that. And if he, I actually did not see him do that or see that episode. I don't really follow him, but I think that's genius.
Yeah, this is when I first was, because I had an ex girlfriend tell me about him and she sent me the videos. And this was like about 2015. And it was like she sent me about two or three. And that's when I saw that video. That's when I seen that. And I was just like, yes, it is great marketing. But at the same time, he is advertising subconsciously. I am available and I am STD free. I ain't got nothing going on. Because he ended up cheating. They found out he was cheating. So he was advertising in both ways, if you get what I'm saying.
I hear you.
So but yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just always something about an evil, bad person that's talented that
Well,
people
they're
get
usually
drawn to.
very charismatic.
Right. And they always are. Like a lot of them are. Like they're very charismatic. And they could be like,
People just
you
want to be wowed and dazzled.
right, right. And they know what to say, the tone, how to say it, and everything. But that's when you, if you're really a good person in your heart, that's when you got to realize, like, you got to read between all that and, really listen to what they're trying to say. Because if it's not no benefit for you, then you really don't need to go forth and, like, either be following what they're talking about or anything, or you'll just get caught up in their life and they whole bowl of everything they be doing, all that bullshit they be doing.
Right.
So I think that's why I said I can always listen to like gangster rap music. It's like one of my best genres of music to listen to, but I can turn it off. I don't have to emulate exactly everything I heard on that record. It was just a record.
But you
I can
also don't have low self-esteem.
right, right. Like, people used to always get on me, like, why do you go to the club by yourself? I'm like, because I want to go by myself.
I was one of those people.
Oh, you as well, huh? See, like, it's just you just have, if you don't have no low self esteem and you know who you are, nothing can really affect you. And when it comes to you, you know how to knock it right back down and stuff.
Now,
So
going to the club by yourself is weird.
you said what?
So going to the club by yourself is weird.
I wouldn't say it is because you get more options. You get more options. You're by yourself. You ain't got to worry about other people. You ain't got, oh man, he's in the bathroom throwing up. Oh, he's over here doing this. She's over here doing that. You ain't got to worry about that. It's just you. And plus, I don't drink. I ain't ever drank nothing like that. So, you know, it was just I
Exactly.
had more options.
Even more reasons why I didn't understand. That should be a whole nother topic.
Oh yeah, that will, and we will probably have to talk about that definitely on another video for sure. But anyway, but it's just like when you don't have that confidence. I mean, and you're not sure of yourself. I mean, you could just easily get mixed up in a lot of stuff, and a lot of people's depressions right now is because they got mixed up into some stuff that they had no idea about when they first got into it, and now they're trying to figure themselves out. How can I get out of this? And you just got to just let these people. You got to realize they are human beings as well. These people, they're human beings. They're gonna make mistakes. You can't put all your like a pastor. You can't trust you can trust what a pastor says because he's anointed by God and his words and stuff. But he can fall too. He can get tempted too. So that's all I'm saying with why they're seeking this approval. But I definitely agree with you that just people just love validation so much they're willing to take it any way they can get it. So definitely makes a lot of sense there to me with that. And yeah, that's pretty much I think we pretty much hit all the points on seeking approval of evil people. So you know. But yeah, you have any last words about that subject? Because I'm pretty much good with what that was about right there.
No.
Well, all right
We
then.
had a
So
good conversation, and
all
I'm
right,
reminded not to, you know, to continue to be good and not follow in evil people's footsteps. Because I was going the wrong way until this conversation.
you really were.
I was
You
getting
really
ready to
were.
go. I was getting ready to go evil.
You know what? Yeah, yeah. And I'm just glad, hey, that this video helped stop that. I really am.
It was kind
I
of like
really am.
therapy.
You said therapy.
I said it was like therapy. I appreciate this.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, this is what this platform is for. You never know what you're gonna get here at Nights with Ricky. So definitely, yes, Shalyn, definitely thank you for coming on. Thank you for taking the time out, and hopefully have you back. When you can come back, you're definitely welcome. And that's pretty much it. And you know, till next time, peace.
Peace.